Hey everybody, this is Commissioner Josh Peter here of the NAFC Fantasy Football League. I hope everybody is doing well amid all the social distancing and quarantining as we prevent the spread of COVID-19. But tonight, what we're going to do is the draft lottery for the upcoming fantasy football season. So our draft will be sometime in August, as it usually is. Hopefully, everything stays on schedule with the stuff that's going on right now. Obviously, that's all up in the air as of now, but for now, we're going to stay on schedule and do our thing. So, let's get right into it. NAFC 2020. So there are 12 teams in the league still, and this is going to work based on the position we finished last year. So Cincinnati finished last in the league, so they're going to get the most chances of getting the first pick, and the California Rebels, the defending champions, are going to only get one ball. So yeah. So I'll input this in real time just so we make sure there's no funny business. Not that there's ever been a problem with that or any type of corruption or scandal in this league. I know we are all a clean bunch, but we'll go right ahead and get started. Cincinnati Harambe's will get 12 balls. The Bemidji Bowling Balls will get 11. El Paso Red Devils get 10. Anchorage Commandos get 9. Painesville Raiders get 8. 98. All right, Painesville Raiders, the new team that relocated this year. We don't have a nickname yet. We're still working on that, but this used to be the Los Alamos Atomic Thunder. We'll talk a little bit more about that afterwards. We get 7 balls. The Las Vegas Razorbacks get 6 balls. The Austin Oilers get 5. Seattle Leathernecks get 4. Los Angeles USMC. Kind of surprised a lot of people last season. Down the stretch, good for them. Oh, but the real surprise, the Scrappy Wombats, man. I'll tell you what, tanking for most of the season, but coming through in the playoffs, really surprising a lot of people. But we'll see if that pays off for them in this draft or not. And then, of course, California Rebels with 1 ball. So you all saw that. A few hiccups along the way. But yeah, let's do it. Let's submit that. So now we're going to reveal these picks 1 through 12. Or maybe we should do 12 through 1 just to make it a little more interesting, to add a little bit of suspense. So we'll do that. We'll start with the 12th pick, and then we'll go all the way to the top. So with the 12th pick is the California Rebels. They had 1 ball, obviously, the least amount of odds. So they will get the 12th pick. With the 11th pick is the Seattle Leathernecks. The 10th pick is the Bangor team from Bangor, Maine. 7 balls. A little disappointing, but it's okay. Pick 9, Las Vegas Razorbacks. With the 8th pick is the Anchorage Commandos. Pick 7, the Cincinnati Harambe's had the most amount of balls, so if you're that team, you have to be just a little bit disappointed to see that. It's tough to build a franchise without good picks. The Wombats, wow, look at that, the Wombats within the top half of the draft order. So good for them. The El Paso Red Devils, it's good for them. Los Angeles USMC. All right, so now we're at the top 3 picks. Painesville Raiders. So now it's down to the Austin Oilers and the Bemidji Bowling Balls for the top pick. So we'll reveal that right now, and that will be the Austin Oilers. Wow. Congrats, Ben. He had a surprising season last season. Some people would say that maybe it was a fluke because, the division they played in was maybe not the best of all divisions. But now this year, they'll really be able to prove themselves and see, what is all going to happen in this draft. So here we go. From top to bottom: Austin, Bemidji, Painesville, Los Angeles USMC, El Paso, Montana, Cincinnati, Anchorage, Las Vegas, Bangor, Seattle, and California. So those are the 12 picks. Obviously, we do a snake draft, so those will invert, in the second round and switch back for the third round and so on and so forth. But now I think I will pull up the just to remind you all of the draft picks that we traded during last season. So there's quite a few of them. I'll see if I can get them all on the page here. If I maybe zoom out just a little bit. So you can see all those. I don't want to read all those. You can pause the video and just take a look if you need a refresher. Other than that, we'll just go through a couple of the changes to the organization of our league. So obviously, Los Alamos is no longer located in New Mexico. They moved to Maine, so we have to switch up the divisions a little bit. So instead of being in the Desert League with the Rebels and USMC and El Paso, I think they're now going to be in the Heartland Division. And they're going to be replacing the Bemidji Bowling Balls, who are going to join the Pacific League with Seattle and Montana and Anchorage. And from the Pacific League is going to come Las Vegas. They're going to come down to the desert and join those teams. So I think these changes are going to make the league a little more competitive, and I think that we're going to have a really good season. Hopefully we'll be able to have a season with everything that's going on. But I'm looking forward to it. I hope y'all are too. And we'll keep in contact. We'll establish some more rules. We'll talk about other things that we've been talking about. I'm not sure what the interest is in starting a keeper league this year. I know we've talked about that, but that's something we can discuss. We've also discussed things with the buy-in. So all those things we need to talk about between now and draft time in August, which obviously we have a lot of time to do that. But yeah, that's all I've got. I hope everybody is doing good and is looking forward to the season. So with that, good night and be well.